Excuse me everyone, I just need a moment.
On this episode of Bondi Vet,
Oh, is that sore, is it? Do you feel like you're going to vomit?
can Dr. Kate find what's blocking Archie's intestine before it's too late?
If something is stuck in that intestine, it's death.
Get a load of this boy.
Scott feels the pressure performing delicate eye surgery on an adorable bulldog pup.
When you are dealing with a sharp implement right near an important structure, like an eye, you better make sure you get it right.
Yeah, Brian, definitely hurt. Can see the arrow in there.
And Chris heads to the top end to rescue a seagull that's been shot with an arrow.
3, 2, 1. Catching her is still the best chance here of giving her a normal life.
You make my world a better place.
Come on, there's your girl.
I can depend on you.
At the Bondi Vet Hospital, Carolyn and her best mate Archie are anxiously waiting to see Dr. Kate. Today, the normally outgoing Cocker Spaniel is laid low with tummy troubles.
He's been throwing up for the last few days, so I thought I'd take him down to get him looked at because he's just not himself at all. I mean, he's a dog, but he's like my little child, right?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Hey Archie, you've been very sick. How are you? Would you like to come in so we can talk about you? Like a tummy scratch. You're a good dog. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Well done. All right, Arch. So what's been going on?
Last night he was up like probably about 4 times, like vomiting. And then today, when I was walking him, he was like vomiting. And then I went to acupuncture for an hour and I came home, he vomited all over the couch.
Archie's come in because he's vomiting. Not once, not twice, but a number of times. Vomiting this long a period, multiple times, it's not great. This is unlike him.
Very much so,
Yeah.
like he's not like that at
Yeah.
all. Like he's like the life of the party.
Chances are, if we're lucky, that what we're dealing with is a gastro.
Yeah.
Right? So that's our best case scenario.
Yeah.
But saying that is obviously our worst case scenario is that he's eaten something and it's stuck.
Yeah.
Are you ready, buddy? Okay. There you go, matey.
Oopsie doops. You got your little feet on? There you go, mate. So he is quite dehydrated.
Yeah.
You can see in his gums, like these gums are what we call quite tacky, you know, like they're just not that wet.
Yeah.
His heart rate's a bit high. We're suggesting he's got pain somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, is that sore, is it? Do you feel like you're going to vomit? Are you okay? Oh, Archie. He's quite sore in this tummy.
Yeah.
And the more I press on it, the more nauseous he gets. There's a few things that are really concerning here. He's got abdominal pain, he's really lethargic, he's vomiting multiple times, and he's also got a fast heart rate, which means that he's painful somewhere. Good boy. So there's something going on in this top part of his tummy.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we should potentially rule out is that he doesn't have something like a pancreatitis, for example.
Yeah.
Right, so pancreatitis is where the pancreas is inflamed. Often it's bacterial in origin.
Yeah.
And it can make them feel very, very sick. So first things first, let's take some blood off him, right? Let's get a pancreatic profile done. Let's do his liver and his kidneys. At the same time, while we're waiting for those, let's run through some x-rays. Good boy. If he has something stuck,
Yeah.
let's not go too far into that. Oh, I know your tummy is sore. He's very good at telling you there's something wrong with him, isn't there? He's very communicative. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to look after you.
Archie has been with me for such a long time. He's been through so much with me as well. And every single time I go through a health scare myself, He's just always there to make everything better. Leaving him at the vet was pretty painful to sort of walk away from him.
I'm gonna get you up. Okay, stay here.
All right, you ready, Arch?
Okay.
Good boy. Good boy. It's so brave. Come on.
The first step in Kate's search for what's making Archie so sick is a blood test.
What have you got for me?
So, coag, AP, TT and PT are both normal.
Okay, but what's abnormal is that we've got some white blood cells here that are high. So either we've got a foreign body stuck or we've got pancreatitis. Okay, buddy.
Legs towards us.
Legs towards the wall.
The wall.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Good boy.
Next, Kate takes an X-ray to check for a blockage in Archie's intestines.
X-ray. As soon as I take these X-rays, I look at the screen and my heart just drops. Archie has something stuck. I can't see what that is, but this pattern of gas, classic for something stuck. So he's definitely got pancreatitis, right?
Something might be setting it off.
Ooh. See that?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Just there.
If something is stuck in that intestine, it's death. You never ever let a sun go down on an obstructive foreign body.
Kate must now make a difficult call to Archie's owner, Carolyn.
Hey Carolyn, how are you? It's Dr. Kate. I'm going to have a chat to her about what she wants to do. Whether she wants to hold on this, whether she wants to leave it 24 hours, see if we get anywhere with just some intravenous fluids, or whether we actually go to surgery now. I know it's big decisions. Do we risk opening him up, not finding anything, or do we actually risk that potentially by tomorrow afternoon that he could be dead? It's at a point where we think, you know what, if he was mine, I'd probably be bold enough to actually just go in. Okay, no worries, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.
With Carolyn across the line, the team immediately leap into action.
When you're doing an X-lap or an exploratory surgery, you never know what you're going to find. We could get in there and we could find a perforated bowel, we could find a whole bunch of stomach contents that are outside the stomach. These can get hectic. The more hands that you have on deck, the better. I like to always go in with 2 surgeons and be really prepared for these.
Can I get a kidney dish?
So we're just about to open the body wall. It's going to be very interesting to see what we're going to find in here. It takes us a whole of about 3 minutes to find what the problem is. We found it. It looks like some kind of a tissue. Soft, irregular, it's all bunched up in there, but we're about to find out what this is. So, yay to going in. I reckon it's a tissue. Oh, it's white.
Yeah.
It's very light. Oh, it's a corn cob. As soon as we open Archie's intestines, it's a corn cob. Archie ate a corn cob.
Oof.
Well done, you guys. There was no way that this was going to get through. If this hadn't have come out today, this dog could have been dead tomorrow. It's okay. With an intestinal surgery or an exploratory laparotomy, I don't rest easy till about 5 days post-op. Until that dog is eating and pooping and making sure that that hose pipe is nice and clear and everything is coming out well, I can't sleep.
Good boy.
Archie will be transferred to a 24-hour hospital for overnight observation while he recovers from the invasive surgery. Two weeks later, and Archie is a new man.
His recovery has been really great. He had to wear a onesie for quite a few days, which he wasn't that happy about, and he's been healing really well and he's back to his normal self again.
On your bed.
Oh, there it is.
After coming so close to losing her little mate, Carolyn is still breathing a sigh of relief.
I don't even know where he got that corn cup from. I don't even eat corn.
Where's your toy? You're such a big baby, aren't you?
He is just always there and he's my best wingman and I just love him to death, yeah.
Bondi Vet fans, we'll get back to your episode shortly, but first, let me tell you about our friends at Curiosity Stream. Curiosity Stream has thousands of streamable documentaries and non-fiction TV shows, including animal shows like Doug to the Rescue. This series is all about courageous pilot Doug Thron as he saves animals from natural disasters all around the world. There's one filmed here in Australia which sees Doug saving wildlife from devastating bushfires. You can stream to any device to view award-winning exclusives and originals anytime, anywhere. Use the code Bondi Vet to sign up, just $14.99 for the whole year. Now, back to the show.
Here we are. Long-time clients Darren and Pam have just arrived at the Richmond practice with an adorable 8-week-old surprise.
Okay, excuse me everyone, I just need a moment. Oh, he is gorgeous. Wow, well look, I'm sure that you have lots of things to chat to me about with this guy, so why don't you come into the console? Oh, cuddle time. Come on, come on. I find it very sweet that, Darren, you've chosen a dog that doesn't look dissimilar to your good self.
I'm glad someone agrees with me on that.
Yeah, dogs got to look like their owners.
Yeah, they do. They really do. I mean, he's fabulous. Let's just pop him on the table and have a little look at this champion fellows. So it's been a while since I've seen you guys, because obviously last year, was it that we lost Bilbo, wasn't it?
Last year,
George in January.
Darren and Pam have been through a real heartache of late. They lost 2 cats within 6 months, Bilbo and George, both amazing cats with huge personalities. And so this time around, you've gone for a wrinkly dog.
Yeah, no, everybody thought that we couldn't replace the cats, because we're such animal lovers. We had to get one, so we got you, didn't we? Yeah.
We had a great lot of years with those cats. It still hurts now. But Barkley helped mend this big softy's heart. Today, the puppy just needs a vaccination and wormings.
Oh, brave boy, brave boy. All right, let's have a little look at your teeth. Looking good. It's got a slightly overshot jaw, so you can just see, you like that, hey? It helps with the action, hey? Look, he's going down the pub. Going down the pub with his mates. Gonna go down the pub with Dad? And have a beer. Yeah.
Likes the sound of that, don't you?
You like the sound of that?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you? But it shouldn't be a problem. No. I don't see that being an issue whatsoever, and a lot of this breed has that issue. But otherwise, he's a very, very healthy chap.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Barkley's a happy, healthy little guy, and he is going to be much loved here at the practice. Every single member of my team knows Pam and Darren very, very well, and they're all exceptionally happy to see them with a new puppy.
It's all done. We managed to prize him off Scott.
I didn't think he'd get him back. I didn't think he'd get him back.
His first injection. Bringing our new dog up here, it was like bringing it up to show the family, our new member, our new arrival. We wanted to share it with them, and we know he's going to get really well looked after.
Got a little puppy pack.
Thank you very much.
This. You like that? You like it even more than that, don't you? Thanks a lot.
Lovely.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye then. Bye.
Find it relaxing here, don't you?
Good boy.
Get those eyes sorted.
2 days later, and there's a surprise visitor at the practice. Little Barkley is back, and the puppy has a problem.
We discovered that a little, like pea-shaped, red pea-shape had come out in the corner of his eye and was getting bigger. And within a couple of days, the other one popped out. So it was really quite alarming because, you know, it looked like it really irritated.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay.
Hello, champ. Goodness me, look, have you been having a fight down the pub? Have you? Hey?
Not quite yet, but we've promised him you can sort it, Scott.
Oh, I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can. Oi, you will fight down the pub, won't you?
Make him even more
you'll have a
handsome
fight.
again.
Yeah. All right. Well, you come in. Let's have a chat about it, and I'm sure that I can sort it. Come on in.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I mean, look, it's pretty clear that this is what the slang is called cherry eye. I suppose what looks like two little cherries in the corners of each eye. There's basically a large gland in the third eyelid, which is the one that goes across the eye to protect it, and it gets swollen, and then it basically prolapses, sort of rolls out, and then looks like that.
It's a shame, really. You know, you get your new puppy, and then you've got something like this going on. You know, that's what comes with having an animal. You take on everything that comes with it.
This is a very severe case, and it's in both eyes.
Yeah.
And I think really in this instance that we do need to look to surgery to get the result we want. The surgery to correct cherry eye is a fairly simple one. It involves pulling out the third eyelid, and then under that we'll see this gland that's enlarged. What I do is make two little incisions on either side of it, make a little pocket down that incision, pop the gland back in with some stitches, and then let the third eyelid go. And what that should hopefully achieve is a gland that's nicely tucked away in the corner of the eyes, and the redness goes away. The thing is, unfortunately, is that if we don't do something with this now, it could affect his entire life.
So it's
And whilst he is young and he still loves us, I think it's the best time to just get it done and allow you all to move on. Now, it's always concerning for any parent of a youngster to have them knocked out under a general anaesthetic because we just don't know how they're going to react. And of course, they're a baby, they're an infant, so they're very delicate. I know how much Darren and Pam love Barkley, and I really want the best for this puppy. So this anaesthetic will go well, and I'll make sure that it goes well. But of course, there's always risks.
You just wish you could have the operation for him.
Yeah, you're a good boy.
Well, what makes it easy is having a trust in your vet. And Scott is absolutely blind, and I think he does a cracking job, so, you know, he's going to be looked after.
Exactly.
Well, you say bye to Mummy and Daddy, okay? Come on then.
Come on then.
Say bye to Mummy. Good boy.
You'll be fine. Get lots of treats when you get home. Yeah. Thank you.
What a day.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. It's a real shame that we're going to have to knock out and perform surgery on such a small dog, but this is a condition that will plague him for life. And if we can fix it right now, then he'll get a perfect result and he won't have any after effects. So it's absolutely worth the risk. It doesn't stop it though from being a very worrying time for the owners.
He'll be all right, won't he?
Yeah, sorted. Yeah, no problems.
Nathan, get a load of this boy.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't he a champ?
Look at all those wrinkles.
No. Okay, let's get those eyes sorted out, shall we? Our main focus today is maybe not so much on the surgery, which I feel fairly confident about. It's more the anaesthetic. There we go. Good lad. I know that Nathan is watching Barkley today like a hawk. He has lost a puppy himself under anaesthetic. He knows how upsetting and tragic it is, and so I know I've got my best man on the job today. Be gentle with my guy.
I look after him. So Sasha, unfortunately, she fell down a ditch and broke a few of her toes, which she was pinning back together. But during the anaesthetic, there's a few complications, and unfortunately, she didn't survive. So I'm really aware of what it's like when we have young patients, just to be extra vigilant, because I don't want that to happen to anyone else.
Okay, so seems nice and comfortable. Anaesthetic's going well, so we'll crack on with the surgery.
Vet nurse Sam is also assisting, monitoring Barkley's vital signs.
So just place the stay sutures there made into both corners of the third eyelid, so exposing that big, very swollen gland. So your job today is to be holding those two things up. Poor old Nath had the glorious job of holding Barkley's eyelids, and it's a job that means that he has to stand still for a long period of time in a very awkward position. There's many parts to this procedure, but the one that's really annoying is making the incisions. You've got to make them at just the right depth, but not too deep to cut through the eyelid itself. And we're talking a few millimeters. So it is slow, painstaking work.
When Scott's silent in surgery, you know that he's really concentrating, and you probably noticed it was dead silent.
I've just made a little pocket for my gland, and now I'm going to be placing a suture which will hopefully tuck it back in and have it sitting nicely in the corner of the eye. I'm always a perfectionist when it comes to surgery. I just want to get it absolutely right. You know, it's so important that this comes together and it comes together well. I want the best for Barkley. It doesn't stop it being bloody frustrating and annoying. It will come together and it will be perfect. So that's the first one done. Okay, already we can see that that has gone back in there quite nicely. When you are dealing with a sharp implement right near an important structure, like an eye, you better make sure you get it right. Thank you. Do you look fine? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. All right.
Should I switch them on?
Let's wake this guy up. Yep. It's a funny noise, isn't it? It's a massive relief to see him recover from the anaesthetic, and that's all down to the great nurses. So very lucky to be surrounded by good people, and so is Barkley. Good boy, Barkley. You've done very well. Good boy. Let's have a look. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. And get even better given a few days, won't it? It's great that Barkley's woken up so well. He's already eaten a little bit for me. His eyes are looking good, and he's got the unfortunate cone of shame on, which he's not that impressed about, but I'm pretty happy with my results. Let's see where they are. Hi!
Oh, hello. Hi, Scott. Look at you. Oh, Scott has looked after you. Well, look what he's done to you. Look at those beautiful eyes. You've been taken
What do you
well
think?
care of.
Perfect.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Scott's done a fantastic job, as we knew he would. So we always knew he was in safe hands, but even so, you can't wait to see him, know he's all right, know he's healthy, eating. His eyes look great, and we've got a little bundle of joy back, so ecstatic, yeah.
The more he's woken up, the better it's looking, and obviously it's swollen now, so it looks the worse it will be.
Yeah.
Given a few days, it'll just keep getting better and better.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But he's been such a brave little boy, and unfortunately he has to wear the cone of shame. He has to do that because he can scratch at the sutures in both of those eyelids, so we need to make sure that he can't do that. So that's why there's the cone of shame, hey? I'm very happy with the result that I've got with Barkley today, but I'm not so happy to hand him back. He is so gorgeous. There you go, better give you back to Daddy. Hey, begrudgingly. Back to Daddy.
Here we go, little
We'll
fella.
still bring him back to visit.
Oh, please do.
He actually looks the right picture now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Yeah, can't wait to get him home.
So thank you
Lovely.
so
Bye,
much.
guys.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Barkley.
Oh, I can't wait to get you home, mister.
Yeah, I know.
Chris has travelled from the Australian Reptile Park to the Northern Territory after an unusual SOS.
About 9 months ago, some absolute idiot decided to shoot a seagull with a crossbow. And now she has an arrow protruding about a foot out of her leg. And every day is a battle. Tell me you have seen her recently.
Good morning, Dr. Chris.
How are you, Brian?
Good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Local fisherman Brian has been closely monitoring the injured bird and recording its progress.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of the best way to catch her. And I mean, I've got my ideas. I'm sure you've got your ideas.
Yeah, we certainly have a few ideas that are worth employing.
All right, I've got some gear in the car.
Yep.
So I'll grab that and we'll load up, huh?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
And we get cracking.
I'm being very genuine when I say I don't truly know how today's going to plan out. I don't really know exactly what we're hoping to achieve today. The main priority is to assess how she's going, but to truly know what sort of state she's in, we've got to get out there and we've got to see her. And that in itself is a challenge.
Righto.
It's time to hit the water,
Okay, Brian.
and they're joined by first mate Danny.
You not worried about crocs?
No.
The croc trap right there.
I know.
You're all mad up here, you know that.
Thank you. And in Sydney.
Probably madder. Now that I'm here, you realise that this is a pretty raw environment. There's a lot of things here that want to eat you and want to eat seagulls as well. I mean, the crocodiles are brutal, but the first thing I need to do is simply watch, have a look at her and see what sort of state this seagull's in, and from there, really fine-tune the plan and see exactly what we can do for it today. See how we go. There are a lot of crocs in this river, aren't there?
There are a lot of crocs in the river here, yep.
But Danny is our spotter at the front.
Yeah, Danny is my first mate.
You got to question why someone would actually take that time to shoot a seagull. But who knows? I mean, they may just be a total idiot, but they could have been looking for a trophy to actually taxidermy, or could have simply been sport. Can she still fish? I mean, do you see her getting fish herself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she can do that easily, or is it difficult with the arrow there?
It's a bit of a challenge. She can pick it up okay, but when she curls her legs back, the arrow hits the water.
Yeah.
And then she lets the fish off.
If the seagull is found, it's likely her mate will be alongside her.
How long have they been around this area for now?
They're territorial to this region, and they have been out here about 10 to 15 years.
And always the same pair, so it's
same pair.
Yeah, it's the monogamous pair that are essentially breeding for life.
Yeah.
It's probably a cliche, but she's lucky to have him, isn't she? Yeah, she's...
Funny you say that, because I have actually named the bird Lucky.
Really? So we're in their kind of feeding zone right now, aren't we?
Yep, we're in the zone now.
Yeah. This is a massive area. I mean, it is the eagle in the haystack because at the moment, we can't see any movement whatsoever. But the one thing we have to our advantage is the fact that seagulls have amazing eyesight. So if we can generate a bit of interest here with some other birds circling around, they'll see that no matter where they are, and they'll draw them in. We got one coming in circling. It's a single, so I assume it's probably not a seagull.
Would you have a look about 1 o'clock above the tree line? Is that a Brahminy or an eagle?
The flying pattern doesn't really match. So I do think it's a Brahminy kite. But it's a start. You know, if we get those, we might get a few seagulls. Yeah, Brian, I already got one of them. Just over here, at about 11 o'clock. That is it. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's her. Yeah, Brian, definitely her. Can see the arrow in there. There are a couple of really important steps before we actually get to the act of catching her. And first of all, I really want to get some photos of this seagull. I want to see exactly what sort of body condition she's in, how she's flying, how she's manipulating herself in flight, and also, importantly, catching food. Okay, so it's definitely her. I mean, we've got a big arrow sticking out of that leg there. She's in decent condition. I wouldn't say she's underweight. And that arrow is really moving through the right thigh. Whilst I'm encouraged by what I've seen from her so far, there's no doubt that catching her is still the best chance here of giving her a normal life.
We're probably in with a chance here, Chris.
She'll come in and grab, and when she grabs it there, you pull on this, and that releases the snare and tightens like a noose, hopefully around her ankles there.
Yep.
And then we can nurse her back to land.
One risk we have here is the crocodile, because, you know, they could be sitting out there watching what's going on. And if a bird like that, you're gonna hit the deck, we're not at liberty to just dive in and pick the bird up, you know.
If we're lucky enough to catch her with this lure here, then we'd have to net her out of the water, have to get the gloves on, cut it, and minimise the stress and get her back to the wild as quick as we can. But she's watching, and hopefully the eyes are bigger than the stomach. She'll be tempted enough to take flight, and then we're in the game here. Going in 3, 2, 1. Well, it floats. Here we go. What's coming up now is going to be a bit of a delicate dance because we need to throw out enough fish to get the Brahminy kites interested and, importantly, occupied. From there, we can then throw out our lure and hopefully catch her. But if she takes the fish we throw out now, that's a disaster. Because then she's satisfied, she'll decide that, hey, I don't need to go for any more fish, and our chance of actually catching her with our lure will rapidly diminish. That's good. Brumney kites have cleared out. Let's go 2 eagles circling around. Okay, ladies first.
But not everything is going to plan.
Yeah, she's circling there. She can see that fish. Oh, don't. Don't do it. Don't.
No, I didn't want that to happen.
Oh.
But I'll try again. Maybe we'll give her half an hour. She'll be probably digest that and come back.
You're kind of stuck, aren't you? Because you want the other ones to take the fish and distract all the other birds. But, I mean, look, on the upside, she can actually fish.
She can. Nearly had her.
But in the wild, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Ooh, now we've got a battle going on. They're both trying to get the same bit of food here.
Can she fend off the competition trying to steal it?
She may be weakened now because of this arrow, so the juvenile may feel like she can come in and start stealing food.
Territory, yeah.
Look at that, she's going to go and feed, but now the male's coming in to get rid of that juvenile that's hassling her. That's incredible, the bond they must have, though, for him to be doing that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty amazing thing to see. That's almost a human emotion you see there, where the man's coming in to defend his woman. You don't normally expect that with wild animals, but you see it there, and it's quite touching, you know, and he clearly knows that his missus isn't doing so well, and he's willing to lend her a hand.
But a romance going on there. I think she's a survivor. She's a strong girl. She's got a partner who's, I think, been with her right through. And, you know, when they pair up like that, they pair up for life.
Seeing her condition, seeing how she flies and seeing how she manages to manipulate herself, I'm, to be honest, a little bit heartened. I'm encouraged because I feel like she's coping better than I thought she would. And catching her might actually be too traumatic and may actually put her through unnecessary stress when, at the moment, whether she has the arrow or not, isn't really affecting her life at all.
We got the opportunity of seeing the bird today, which is a big consolation, really, because, you know, it's again proven to me that she's still strong and healthy.
But the day is not over yet.
I think we've got a little surprise waiting for us here.
Why?
I think the door's down, Brian.
We didn't catch a seagull,
right, Brian.
but it looks like we've caught a crocodile.
Full alert. Uh-oh. Look out. Full alert.
It's a pretty interesting old day when you get back from having not caught a seagull, but somehow you've caught a croc. That's the territory for you.
The croc trap is right next to a busy boat ramp, and rangers have arrived to remove the animal.
There's a croc trap here because this is a boat ramp that gets used all day. And the thing about crocs is they notice habits forming, and once they see people going in and out of the water here, they'll hang around and hope for a meal. And that meal could be human.
Just hang on here, we need a couple on the rope because if we takes off, Chris goes swimming.
What do you do with a croc you've just caught in a croc trap? Guess we're about to find out.
Okay, open it up.
And let him go.
Here we go, here he comes.
We go back a bit.
This croc is only about 1.5 to 2 metres long, so it shouldn't be a massive problem. But the thing about these crocs is they're small, they're fast, they're agile, and they're tricky to handle.
He's not going to probably kill you through his bite, but the thing is he can still drown an adult. You know? If he keeps you underwater, well, you can't hold your breath, so it doesn't matter how big you are. We've had 4 fatalities so far this year, so we haven't even got into our bad time of the season. Only last month we got a 4.12 out of here, so we do get a number of crocs here.
The captured saltwater croc will be taken to a nearby crocodile farm.
It's kind of a bizarre end to what has been a pretty tough day, but you miss one and all of a sudden you end up with another. It's just the way things work around here. Now, as much as this place is full of surprises, what won't surprise me is if Brian eventually catches lucky. He's not going to give up.
Oh, look at her come down. Oh, look at that.